All right, today is Friday. This is August 26, 2016 for Drum Energy Bands. Let's have a look today at the S&P. Okay. So, if you're here, it's because perhaps you got a lot of time on your hands, or perhaps you just, you like to look around, or you really do need some help in your trading. If you're the person that needs some help in your trading, we're really looking for critical thinkers. People that can actually go through the process of reasoning and look at things from both sides. In a short period of time, well, depends on how quick you want to make decisions, right? Well, if you're a day trader, depends on the time frame that you're going to look at. Some charts are faster than others, require faster decisions, but maybe you're a swinger position trader. That doesn't require as fast a thinking, of course. You can think about it into the evening for the next day. We're going to discuss a little bit of both. But here's the morning brew. We send this out before 8 a.m. Eastern. Today we didn't have an upside. We don't look for an upside. We knew it was going down today. We knew it was going to break 2170. We knew we were going to go down into some lower targets, at least 62 to 65. Quite possibly by the end of the day down to 52. But let's have a look at what was significant for the swinger position trader. We've been saying for weeks now that this is a great place to be leaning short, right? This was the weekly upper energy band, but what I want to draw your attention to is this pink line right here. I draw it from this crest when it hooks down. You can see this white dotted midline, it hooks down again. So they're both equal. And that's where the bears have control in the market. And when you understand that, it doesn't matter if it's a daily chart like this is, or if it's an intraday chart. If you're a day trader, it's going to be the same thing because you don't get freaked out. Okay, number one, what our software is telling us is there's a wall of resistance here at these tops. This is a wall. Price can't get through there. And when we have a crest of resistance like this with resistance, see it moving down and then today moving down, it's just a challenge to this crest. That's all it is. And if you get freaked out by that, maybe trading's not your thing. But we get them all the time, challenges to the crest, and we know because we have confidence in our edge. So the market, as it's coming down here, it's down into this red dashed line. This is the bottom of the monthly upper energy band. And of course, as you know, being the 26th, we're very close to starting another month. So, position and swing traders understand this kind of thing. Let's have a look, though, at the intraday patterns for today. So, we could discuss quite a few things here, but I'm sure it's just not going to make sense to you, right? Especially if you haven't been to our webinars that we have every Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. Eastern, or especially if you haven't been watching this YouTube channel for a while, nothing's really going to make a lot of sense. But I'm going to talk a little bit about just that pattern that we just talked about with the daily chart, the 1440 minute chart that we just looked at a couple seconds ago. Well, here you can see the resistance is moving down into this crest. So this crest right here would be just an awesome place to get short, okay? And many other examples here that are just like that. Let's look at another one. So you can see in through here we've got this crest of resistance. You can see how resistance is moving down into it. Resistance, resistance, resistance. This is all really key here for a trader that understands how to wait, be patient, wait for resistance to move down into the crest of resistance, take a sell. And then we drop down to a shorter time frame. These are tick charts, right? And there's some theory going on here that you're not going to understand, but here's what I'm going to show you next. You're going to understand this. So the reason I say that this is something you may have seen or you're going to understand is because a lot of stuff out there is based on this kind of thing, subgraphs of indicators. Now you'll look at the chart on the left. This is a trade chart. It's a hybrid Renko bar chart. We're using some special geometry on this chart. We've also got one of these things in the subgraph below that you've probably seen before. Now if you look where my crosshair is, we're looking at getting short into this crest. Why? Because on the chart on the right, all the resistance is pushing down into the crest. It's a very significant thing for the Drummond trader to use when trading this axe. Now, when we look at the chart to the left, what we're going to discuss first is we're going to discuss the fact that we can see some divergence, right? There's some divergence right there. Now, that's great, if the market diverges. Sometimes it doesn't do that, but you need to also understand what it's diverging into, right? You notice what we have is we have blue dots that are above the solid white midline, strong energy, comes back. See, our dots now go from here to here below the solid white midline, and now they turn up. But you notice they're staying below this solid white midline, and they're below from here to here to here, and you'll notice that you don't get the signal for the divergence till it gets below here, right? So we're understanding way back here, okay? We're understanding on this close right here that this here is the wall of resistance, okay? And if we look at it with respect to where this is, this comes in at 83.5. Well, it's actually below there, right? So it's up here is exactly the price level. Well, what happens to price on the next push up? Does it go through the wall? No, it goes up to 83.5. Is this a one-time thing that's happening? No. No, this happens all the time. And you need to understand that we don't use these subgraphs. We don't need to. We have our dots on the chart to show us the energy, the strength of the energy based on the crowd. These are lagging. Now, when we look at our chart to the right, what are we doing? Well, we're looking at trading from the upper pink energy band at least down to this midline here. And if you understand a little bit of the higher chart, the one that we originally had on the left, the higher tick chart, we can get a cycle of that energy and know that price is actually going down much lower. And then of course, when you understand the daily chart, how much money can you make knowing that energy band cycle when the targets are much greater? So, with a trader understanding a little bit of the theory, waiting for the crest to develop, waiting for resistance to move down into it, and then waiting for walls to project here, waiting for sell response to come in, even conservatively waiting for red bricks. This is a home run system. If you're not getting the traction in your trading system, you want to learn a very simple, highly effective system that's been working since the 60s, tweaked a little bit for NinjaTrader, and you can certainly send an email to jb@drummondenergybands.com. Hope your trading has been great. If not, get in touch with us and we will work with you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your interest, and have a great weekend.